Hey guys, welcome back to another Wealth Wednesday. Want to walk you through something no one wants to talk about, and that's taxes. So most people don't realize this. Texas is a non-disclosure state. So let's talk about what that means. Believe it or not, the county has no idea what your property, what you pay for your property. They've never been in your property. People get confused. There's what's called a real estate appraisal for lenders, and then there's actually a tax appraiser. Two different entities, they don't talk, and two different scenarios going on. Today we're going to talk about a tax appraiser. Texas is a non-disclosure state. If you look on your deed, every deed that was recorded in Texas was recorded for the sum of $10. Believe it or not, the county has no idea what you paid for it, so they guess. And it's important for us to stay on top of them and make sure they don't overguess and we don't overpay. First thing you want to do is you want to jump on traviscad.org. Traviscad.org. If you live in Travis County, go ahead and jump on over there. Type in your last name, find your address, and you're going to get your appraisal. They also send it in the mail, but for some reason, if you didn't get it in the mail, go to traviscad.org. What you can do, you can actually fight the taxes yourself, or you can hire a company. Personally, we own a number of rental properties. I realize what I'm good at and I realize what I'm not good at. I pay people to fight my taxes. There's a number of different companies out there. There's Five Stone, there's Home Tax Shield. Most of them are paid on a contingency basis. What that means is they actually only get paid if they reduce your taxes, and they only get paid 30%. So the way I look at it, I'm very busy. I go ahead and pay them. Turns out I only pay them if they reduce my taxes, and I look at it, I automatically get 70% off. So it's pretty awesome. These guys are pros, is what they do for a living. They'll fight your taxes, and if they reduce your taxes, they're going to charge you 30%. So guess what? You made 70% as if you wouldn't have done anything. So I think it's a no-brainer. But if you want to fight your own taxes, I could definitely show you how to do that. Guess what? Most people always try to find the crappiest house or crummiest house in their neighborhood and compare it to their value. The county is hip to that. So what you want to do is you want to actually ask the county what comps they use to come up with this property value and what was their construction type. And when I mean construction type, was it 4 sides brick? Was it 1 sides brick? What I'm actually doing is I'm making the county jump through hoops. When I'm making the county jump through hoops, they realize I'm going to be a pain. And believe it or not, I've actually never been to protest my taxes. I protest every year. But when I send them this email looking for a data inquiry of what comps they use and what their construction type is, they have to legally send that back to me. Most of the time they realize I'm educated, I'm going to be pretty good at fighting this. So they'll actually come back with a value without me even actually going and protesting my taxes or fighting my taxes. So that's one strategy. One, you can go ahead and hire someone to do it, only pay 30% of what they reduce. 2, ask them for what comps they use and then what their construction type, and see if they throw you a lower value that way. And then 3, actually go through that packet, find the holes, and actually go ahead and see how you can fight to make sure you get the most amount of money. Essentially, when we're selling houses, we want to sell it for the most amount of money. When I own a house and I'm paying taxes on it, I want the ugliest house on the block. I want the lowest tax bill, because ultimately I want to make sure I'm paying lower taxes. We have a number of investment properties. If you pay lower taxes, then your property has a better chance of cash flowing. The other question I get all the time is, hey, I'm homesteading the taxes. I'm homesteading the property. My taxes are already capped. Should I fight my taxes? My answer is always yes. Always fight your taxes, because here's why. You might have homestead, which means what your tax value is going to be capped every year, but what your appraised value is going to keep going up, even though you're not paying on that full value because it's homesteaded. When you sell the property, the new buyer will. So my response is, you're kind of making your house unsellable, or not really unsellable, but costs more. So I definitely want to make sure, when you're selling a property, people don't really buy properties, they buy payments. So if you're diligent, stay on top of your taxes, your payment's going to be lower than another house down the street. So it was going to make your house more marketable. And believe it or not, you can sell your house for more money. Another important thing, did you just have a birthday? If you had a birthday and you're over 65, that's awesome news. You definitely want to file your over 65, and that's going to cap your tax value. If you own your property, always make sure to file your homestead. What this is the government gives you a tax break for the home that you live in. They want to encourage home ownership, so they're going to give you, you get one property that you live in, you can actually file a homestead that's going to cap your tax value and go from there. So I know I hit you with a lot of information. Please reach out to me if I can help. Feel free to DM me. Like I said, the ones I'm using is Home Tax Shield. I'm going to put a link below my link so you can actually file there. 5 Stone is a great one. There's a number of different properties. I think Ownwell does it too. I don't really care who you go with, but I want to make sure you don't pay taxes and you keep your monthly payment low. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.